To some people who have been campaigning for a yes vote, Mary Lou McDonald from Sinn Féin and also Finian Curran. First of all, Mary Lou, what do you think this means to people? Because we're trying to sum up the atmosphere here. It's a bit like a festival, a bit like a football match, a bit like a political rally.
Well, anyone who has ever been in Ireland, who's had the pleasure of going to Croke Park on All-Ireland final day, on All-Ireland Sunday, that's what it feels like. It is absolutely jubilant, and it is a defining moment for Ireland, for our gay and lesbian citizens, but for all of us, because it has been such an overwhelming affirmation of the status and the equality of our gay and lesbian citizens, and everybody is literally elated by it, across all classes, across all regions, across all age groups. It has been astonishing, and it has proven the value of people power. It has proven that the people very often are well ahead of the system and the politicians. It feels, I imagine, what it must have felt a little bit like in Scotland during their referendum debate, just that sense of democracy in action. It's a magnificent result for the country.
And Finian, for you as a young gay man who basically came out a few years ago, just give me an idea about what that final moment meant to you.
There's no words of that scream that came across Dublin Castle Courtyard. It's as if everyone in the country said, it's okay, you are accepted, the state sees us, you know, our friends, our family, everyone in that courtyard is giving us a thumbs up. I'm jubilant, there are no words to describe. I mean, I'm trying to hold back the tears, to be honest with you. It's amazing, Chris.
When you looked at the map of Ireland and you saw what was coming from the referendum results, that almost all of Ireland did vote yes across the areas, what did that make you feel? Because there were concerns about rural areas voting no.
Proud, to be honest with you. There was concerns, like, you know, there's this stereotype that the west of Ireland are more conservative, you know, they're more Catholic, but as you can see today, one constituency out of the whole country, they were doing it and they voted no, and it's just absolutely amazing.
Mary Lou McDonald, a lot of people have talked about the Catholic Church and their influence. Do you think this vote reflects perhaps that Ireland is becoming more liberal, perhaps that the Catholic Church doesn't have the influence that it once had? And what does that say?
I think it is a measure of the change right across Ireland. I think it reflects now, I think very fairly and accurately, the fact that even those that are practicing Catholics, or any other denomination for that matter, can distinguish between those matters of faith and those matters of state. And it demonstrates that Irish people understand that the law must be impartial and fair and equal, and religious belief and dogma cannot dictate the law of the land. And there was a time, famously, when the term home rule is Rome rule, you may recall it, was coined, and very often the criticism, and it was a rightful criticism of this state, was the grip of a particular church. It happened to be the Catholic Church. That day is gone. That day is absolutely gone. And people still retain respect for their religious beliefs and their full religious liberties. But the law of the land and the civil law respects each and every one of our citizens equally, fairly, and today is a big day where all of us have said that out loud.
I saw the hand go on the shoulder there from Mary Lou to you, Finian. I mean, in reality, it does feel a bit like the hand of friendship is probably going in your shoulder from a lot of quarters. But in terms of the Catholic Church, how do you feel? There was a softening of language. They did talk about recognising same-sex relationships, for example. Do you think there is a difference there?
It's hard to say. I mean, like what I think the bishops did the last week, they completely got it wrong, to be completely honest with you. But they're becoming more open about it. I mean, you see Pope Francis, he was saying that we should be more welcoming. It's, you know, they're going in the right direction, but, you know, it's very, very slow.
And I imagine there's going to be some party in Dublin this evening.
It's going to be a carnival. It's going to be an absolute carnival.
It's the place to be, yeah. It's the place to be.
All right, listen, thank you both very much indeed for joining me. I mean, the referendum result, of course, is being watched here in Ireland.